Patrick's Day.
Yep.
Actually, this video will probably be up the day after, but today, the day we're recording, it's St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
Got our Guinness, and we're Irish today.
Our amount of views of Dublin.
That's right. Just for clarification, Josh and I are both over 21.
Well, that's what my license says, but...
Yeah, same here. So, don't drink and drive, and remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
That's right. This review, we're going to be talking about the new Game of Thrones mixtape that just came out.
Catch the Throne, Volume 2. I don't even know, I had never even heard Volume 1. But
yeah, exactly.
Volume 2 has some songs that, you know, we were interested in. There's a lot that we can talk about here with this album. I don't really want to call it an album because I don't think we're going to treat it as one, because really there's only 4 songs that, you know, we want to focus on here. I listened to the whole thing in its entirety.
Yep.
And I regret it.
They're probably, it's okay, I was an endurance test. At what point does that become a stress test, really? I mean, God, you know, Catch the Throne, I mean, that title alone, that throne looks pretty massive.
Yeah. And
this album was just not heavy enough to title it that.
No. Like, they're all songs I would listen to either once or never.
You know, they all start, first of all, I mean, you have the most absurd and unrelatable group of people on this mixtape. I mean, it's just like they tracked people down like on a bus ride back from the Grammys and randomly asked them all if they would like to be on a mixtape for Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I don't really see how otherwise you get all those people in the same
as much as I don't like to talk down on, you know, an artist's creativity, you know, with whatever genre that they are, it's just this album sucks.
It's awful.
Oh my God.
We're not happy.
You know, besides the 4 songs we want to focus on here, this is awful.
It's rough.
It is really, really bad. You know, we're not ones for like rap and hip hop, so it was an endurance test.
I wouldn't normally shut it down that quick. It's just that it was just, first of all, every track on this album the beginning of it sounds like it should be the intro for a song by Sting.
Yeah, as much as we're not Game of Thrones fans, but I mean, do they really have to start every single song with a piece or a line from Game of Thrones?
I mean, I kind of get what they're trying to do, though.
But luckily, we're not going to talk about the show because we know nothing about it.
Right.
But we're going to talk about the music.
I do plan on starting to watch Game of Thrones, so
there you go. You got to
get hateful.
Almost fan here.
Yeah. So I heard it's actually it's supposed to be really good.
Now,
let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Into the 4 songs you want to talk about. Might as well go in order of, you know, how they are on the track. First off, got Loyalty from Killswitch Engage, which we just talked about in our last video. We just saw them recently.
Right.
And if you haven't seen that, check out this link right here.
Starring the world's most righteous mother, Jesse Leach.
That's right. At first, you know, the first time I heard the song, I was kind of disappointed, you know, with how okay it was.
It was just,
I guess it wasn't what I expected, but you know, I've listened to it more and more, and you know, I'm kind of growing on it, you know, like slowly but surely.
Right.
But I mean, it's definitely, you know, it's just, you know, something that
we're all listen. I think the reason, like, we could get into this, like, why I particularly have like feelings of negativity toward, not negativity, but like why I don't particularly enjoy it as much as like other material from Killswitch. And I think, you know, it ties a lot into the whole idea of like where metalcore is going.
Right.
I think now, like, what we're starting to see, even from like the All Our Mains album or like stuff like that, like bands we see, they're starting to do like the rhythmic, like brr, 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 like. And I think what we expect from them is more like musically sound, like melodic, like melodies that stick with you. Like this song is just another example of like something that just doesn't do that for me. I mean, it's pretty cool, but there's not like, I couldn't sing it back to you. You know, like,
no,
you know what I mean? Like, there's no melody, like, you know.
No, but I mean, I know the chorus.
Yeah, I mean,
for the most part, which.
Loyalty!
Yeah, you got it down right there.
It's just,
not what I expected.
Yeah, it's just, I honestly expected a little bit better from it.
You know, it's certainly no, you know, as far as another song they did for, you know, just one song for something else when they did, you know, when they did This Fire for the WWE.
And that song is killer.
You know, they still play that live. They played that live when we just saw them recently.
This song, I'd be very surprised if this ever made a set list, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe one time. Maybe they don't have a lot of shows this year, so it might not, and maybe it will. I don't know. So no disrespect,
guys.
no disrespect to the band, but
yeah,
I mean, it was something. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's not something that's memorable for me. I don't
yeah.
think. Next up, we got.
Anthrax.
You have to forgive me if I say this wrong. Suror Erumator,
Something like that.
which means Lords of the Rock, and that's from one of the big four, in thrash metal, Anthrax.
That's right.
This song was a lot better than the other ones that I've heard.
I actually thought that was probably like the best song on the album.
I think so too. Very, very true to what Anthrax is known for.
Yeah, they didn't try to like sugarcoat it or really change too much, or like pull any gimmicks for like the album, or like trying to make it. I mean, it's just an Anthrax song. There's no. It is what it is. I mean, it seems to me that some of the other bands on the album, or that are featured on the album, maybe tailored their song particularly towards this, or didn't really spend as much time on it.
Right.
That's the feeling I get overall from like the material that I've heard, or that we were interested in anyway, was that it just felt rushed. It felt like they really didn't take as much time as they normally would with like.
Yeah, I think they just wanted this out maybe as quickly as possible in time for the next season.
They're in the studio, yeah, and they're in the studio right now too.
Which I think is next month. I think I'm not a fan, but I've been seeing it on Facebook. People who are crazy about the show.
Yeah.
So I think it's next month, but maybe they did. Maybe they rushed it.
That's what it seems like. I mean,
as far as this song, very classic Anthrax. I think for me anyway. So
yeah, I'd jam that. I'd play that in the car.
Best song on the album.
Yeah, good one. Nice job, Anthrax.
Next, White Walker from Mastodon. This is the one that is probably different, from out of the four metal ones that are on this mixtape.
Yep.
This is a lot more calming, a lot more relaxing.
Which is kind of cool though, because like it shows like the diversity that Mastodon's able to bring to the table. I mean, Mastodon can do so much. I mean, they're just legends. I mean, I thought it was pretty cool. Not the best, not exactly what I'd want to hear on an album that seemed to be what I think the album would be tailored for. But
they do a lot of things different now since they put out the Hunter.
Yeah.
A few years ago, and then the last album that came out last year, Once More Around the Sun. They experiment a lot more now, and some fans can't stand it, and some fans enjoy it. But it's really up to the band what they want to do.
Right.
Fans don't have any say.
Right.
In what they do. You either love it or you hate it.
Just got to evolve. Gotta switch it up.
So again, another song that's just
kind of okay.
Right in the line with mediocre.
Right.
All right, and then last but not least, oh boy,
Mushroom Head.
Among the Crows from Mushroom Head. Okay, whatever crows wherever that name came from, I don't know. Mushroom Head. I'm a very, very big Mushroom Head fan.
With that 3 vocals.
So I had expected a lot personally from this song. And this is, it's just like, the Kill Switch song. When I first heard it, I said, like,
yeah, they're capable.
This?
They could have actually I feel like if out of all the bands that could have brought something unique to the album, or like to something like that, I think Mushroom Head definitely had the most capability.
Yeah.
Like just from like their past work, like I definitely think they could have made a much more like not obscure, but like something that really stuck out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just from like I don't know. I mean, their vocalists are just. I think their vocalists sound pretty good now.
Yeah.
I think they got a good sound. It's just once again, the writing was just not. It's not a good demonstration of like what they can do.
No, I don't think so. Actually, I have one huge complaint about this song, and that's where the hell is Jeffrey Nothing? You barely hear him anywhere on the song except like a little piece in the chorus that's overtaken by Skinny's wife, Jackie LaPanza. It's like, why? I don't understand why they're doing that. You know, Jeffrey Nothing's like the man who's been in the band for the longest.
Yeah, he's been there.
You know, and you cut, and he's not in the song at all. It's like, where the hell is he?
Yeah, I know.
And
they just stick him in the back like that guy from Slipknot that just bangs a trash can.
Yeah.
Like, what is that guy's purpose?
He's not a Slipknot.
What?
And then another complaint I have is Jackie LaPanza herself. You know, she was on a track on the last album that came out last year, The Righteous and the Butterfly. You know, she was on a song there. And I mean, she did a good job and everything, but I think now, you know, since she's on this song too, I think she's getting too involved
in their stuff
with the band.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, what strikes me so much about, you know, a significant other being a part of somebody's band is I don't want a repeat of, you know, what happened with Wayne Static and Static X. You know, Tara Ray, I mean, she didn't get involved musically, but, you know, she was there on stage, you know, shaking her tits and all that, you know, with the tape on them and everything, and, you know, she broke up the band.
Yeah,
basically.
She
and you know, now
don't know.
Now
like,
Wayne Static's dead. You know, rest in peace. It's awful. So I think, you know, there's a difference here. I mean, she's getting involved musically, which I guess is okay. And I mean, she's not the wife of, you know, one of the vocalists. I mean, she's the wife of the drummer, which Skinny.
Yeah.
I think. But you know, that just strikes me. I mean, she should. I mean, maybe back off a little bit. I think.
I mean, when we look at, you know, the comparison between that and Static X, I mean, Static X, what happened with them was just like the Hiroshima of band breakups. I mean, that was like, you know, it doesn't get any uglier than that. All in all, I mean,
for this whole entire, you know, mixtape, for the 4 songs that are on, for the 4 metal songs that are on there, you know, it's disappointing that metal, you know, in general gets the shaft once again.
Yeah.
You know, it's for a mixtape that's dominated by rap and hip hop.
Which it seems to be perfect. It seems quite out of place.
I mean, we're not fans. I mean, we keep saying that we're not fans, but you know, when I think of Game of Thrones, I don't think of Snoop Dogg
Who's
and
featured on the album.
Whoever the hell else is on here.
Right.
You know, that one Spanish song that's on here. That completely threw me off.
Pace, like,
I said, this is something, you know, my mother would listen to.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
I thought I accidentally picked up like my grandmother's mixtape.
I don't think Game of Thrones fans would even like this.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a fan, give it a listen. Check it out. Maybe you'll realize like what we're talking about.
I mean, we're not fans and we listen to it.
I mean, in terms of just stuff that's probably going to get carried on after this album, I mean, I don't really see any of this material making like none of this stuck with me.
No,
like,
I mean, it's just something.
Get into it.
You know, it's something where, luckily, it's free.
Yeah, exactly.
I could not see them, you know, selling it well with.
Charging
some money for it.
Everybody's gonna steal it anyway, and like.
Yeah. Or listen to the songs that they want to hear on YouTube.
Exactly. Gone are the days when like you could do that. I mean, what is the purpose of a mixtape being released other than, you know, advertisement for the show?
Yeah.
I mean, they get more publicity. I mean, they probably got more publicity from this mixtape for the fact that Killswitch had a new song on it. You know what I mean?
I think another problem with these 4 songs is that, you know, the 4 bands sound like they're being held back.
Yeah.
I think
they were definitely like, you need to kind of direct what the lyrics and stuff.
Yeah, it's probably, I don't know who, maybe HBO, you know, put their foot down and was like, yeah, this is what we want.
Yeah.
You know, for these songs, you know, you have to go by this.
Yeah.
These 4 songs are okay.
Mediocre.
That's it.
Like this review.
They're all right. We actually want to give you know, our friends gave us a shout out recently. We want to give a shout out to the Mirko Conspiracy.
Right. They've been doing beer reviews.
You know, you should go check them out. We'll put a link to their channel in the description.
Exactly.
We might stop by over there.
Yeah, we might do an appearance.
Or maybe, and they'll come here.
Yeah, we're friends. All right, so next week, since Mirko Conspiracy has decided that they're going to start doing beer reviews, I decided that every week I'm going to explore a dangerous substance. Join us next week on of J&J's Review Realm, where I experiment with black tar heroin.
See you then.